confession to make. Go on.
It's Confession Wednesday on the Manny, Roy, and Loren Show. This is a Planet Fitness judgment-free zone. Kiss 95.1.
Not like get nude and use the equipment inside Planet Fitness like that guy did this week.
Hey, it's a judgment-free zone. Nobody's mad at him, even though I think he got into trouble.
We do have Christopher Robin movie passes, though. If your confession makes the air, producer Nicole will take your info off the air, and then one lucky person will be in the running and score themselves a pair of tickets to go see that movie before anybody else.
Yeah, so get it off your chest, 704-570-9595 for your confession.
Okay, Anonymous in Charlotte. What's your confession?
Good morning. How are you?
We're great. What's something you've been hanging on to?
Well, I was probably a little bit meaner than what I should have been. We had some mulch sitting in our garage, and we were waiting for the guy to come cut the grass before we put it down. And my husband didn't move quick enough, so I went out to go put it out on Saturday, and I was so upset because he didn't come and help me. So I ended up taking the rest of the family out to lunch. And I purposely didn't get him anything and didn't cook for the rest of the day.
He just thought you forgot about him.
No, I think he probably realized because he was looking for something when he came in later. Like, did you get me anything? No.
Where's mine?
There you go. You got to work for your lunch, man.
That's right. You don't work, you don't eat.
Isn't there a saying, no free lunches? Thanks, Anonymous. We'll put you in the running for those passes. You too.
Funny, that sounds like something I'd do to Dallas. I need you to move a little faster, boo.
Hey, sometimes men need incentives. You know that.
Yeah.
Here's another Anonymous, Loren. What's your confession, sir? Hello.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Hear me?
Yeah, you got a confession on Confession Wednesday?
Yeah, I got a real doozy for you. I'm married, and I've been having a secret affair with my wife's best friend.
Okay.
It gets a little more choppier than that. She recently confessed to me that she's pregnant and she believes it's with my child. But the twist is, I don't believe her because she's married and she's been trying to have kids with her husband. So I called her out on it, and now she's not talking to me and threatening to tell my wife.
So she's prepared to leave her husband for you and her to raise the baby together. And if you won't do that, she's going to tell your wife. Am I following that?
That's it.
Whoa. That's like some Kevin Hart stuff right there. Remember?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Real doozy. Real doozy.
So what do you think you're going to do in this situation? Because I'm
unsure. I'm unsure.
What do you think your wife would do if you found out?
If nothing else, will get movie passes. Those two can go to the Christopher Robin movie together and talk it out afterwards.
Maybe. Anonymous, what do you think your wife's going to do when she finds out?
Yeah, it's probably going to be ended. It's probably going to be done.
Does she still talk to this friend of hers, or are they not that close anymore since you've been? Yeah. How many times?
All the time.
How many times have you hooked up with her?
I've kind of lost count.
Oh, okay. So multiple times. You've been doing this for a while.
Multiple times. Yeah, for a while.
So you don't think it's your baby, but if she's been trying to have kids with her husband and it hasn't worked out, and then you get thrown into the mix, you don't think it's yours?
I can't say for sure.
Let's say there's a strong possibility
I really can't say
there.
for sure. I can't say for sure.
How many kids do you have with your wife?
We have 2.
Wow. Is she starting to show yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Loren, is it possible she's not pregnant at all?
Oh, you think she's just...
Again, all these are possibilities. It could be something, it could be like just a cry to try to just get me by myself as far as having me alter herself. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Anonymous. Good luck. And thank you for your confession.
Guys, thank you.
All right. Man.
That's a tangled web.
You thought you had a tough day. It's 7:56. That guy's got his best friend's wife pregnant, and she's willing to tell. Lots of Anonymous is on the phone, Loren. This is another one from Charlotte. Go ahead. What's your confession?
Anonymous? Oh.
Hung up.
I think they got scared.
That person said that they have an autoimmune disease, and sometimes they talk up how bad it is when it's not that bad to get what they want.
Oh.
All right,
Judgment free.
We'll do another round of confession.
The Manny, Roy, and Loren Morning Show.
I love you guys.
This is Beasley Media Group's Kiss 95.1.
Welcome to Confession Wednesday. It is Manny and Loren. Roy is out taking care of some corporate business today.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm saying specifically what he's doing, Loren, is I feel like it makes it sound important that Roy's like dealing with corporate today.
Yeah, he's not just out sick.
Nothing bad, though. Trust us. It's good corporate information going on with Roy. So confessions, if your confession makes the air, you're in the running for the Christopher Robin movie passes. We've got a lot of people on hold, Loren, and they're all anonymous. So just pick another anonymous.
Let's do Anonymous and Rock Hill.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
All right.
Here she is. He or she.
Hey.
Hey, Anonymous. What is your confession on Confession Wednesday?
Okay, my confession is the night that I left my job, I hit my boss's car.
When you say you left for the evening or you left?
No, left the job.
Oh, and did you do it on purpose?
No, because he took up 2 spots.
Learn to park.
So did you ever hear from the boss?
Nope, because he didn't know it was me.
Mm.
We were out of camera sight, so it was a good thing, I guess you could say.
There you go. Thanks, Anonymous. I remember, Loren, we got a phone call from somebody once who did that. Remember we got the boss on the air?
Yeah.
I got to find that segment.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'll have to run that on the next best of. I think the boss was less than forgiving even when we got him on the air, if I remember right.
He was.
All right, here's another Anonymous in Charlotte. What is your confession?
Hello.
Hi.
So I actually went to Japan in May to visit my best friend, and I am only 20 years old, but I've been dating my boyfriend since high school. So I never got that crazy party phase in college. So when I was in Japan, I downloaded Tinder, and I didn't tell him, and I met this French guy, and we went to a club in Tokyo, and we ended up making out. And then after that point, I ran to my best friend, and she kind of got me out of the club. But I never told my boyfriend, and he doesn't know.
Do you think you'll ever come clean, or it's just something that you're going to hold on to?
Honestly, I think it's just something I'm going to hold on to because it didn't go further than that. So it's just a secret.
And it was a mistake, and it
was definitely a mistake.
Okay.
And I feel like I kind of got that party phase over. Tinder was not anything worth it. So
delete.
All right.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely gone.
you say Tinder's not worth it, but French guys have a reputation, Loren.
Yes.
He made such a bad pickup line. He's like, "Have you ever French kissed a French guy?"
You're like, he spoke
Yeah.
to me in French. It was very romantic. I feel like I got
Yeah.
tricked.
That's what you felt for? Have you ever French kissed a French guy?
I mean,
Good
it was an experience.
And that's perfectly fine. Thanks for confessing. Hopefully you feel a little better about yourself. Just telling someone about it is what we're all about here on the MRL show. One more.
Anonymous in Concord. What's your confession on Confession Wednesday?
Yes, I have panic disorder. I've had it since 2nd grade, and my fiance knows, but sometimes he's not the greatest at handling it, and so sometimes I'll just make panic attacks seem worse than they really are so that he'll pay attention or at least try to help, but I just don't tell him, if it's real or not sometimes.
All right.
Obviously, your panic disorders are something serious. What I'm chuckling at is the fact that you're using it to get something that you need out of your husband. So what do you do? What's it?
Well, because if I get one, I'll start hyperventilating and crying, and he knows. But sometimes he's gotten so used to it that he'll just stay on his computer and ignore it. So I've had to make it look like it's worse so that he'll actually help me.
So you say you make it worse than it actually is. Have you ever straight faked a panic attack?
I just have to start just heightening everything.
Mm-hmm.
How he can't tell, but I just have to start heightening everything and just freak out more than I already was.
So you can
which
almost talk
I hate having to do, but he doesn't always care because it happens so often, but it's not something I can help.
Wow. I mean, I hate that for you. I hate that you have to do that to get the reaction from your husband.
Yeah.
There are certain doctors that think that you can talk yourself out of a panic attack. So I wonder if you could talk yourself into a panic attack.
Clearly.
Yeah.
She's an actress.
You can talk yourself into one.
What would your husband say if you found out?
I mean, honestly, I don't think he'd be that mad. I think he might honestly be like, yeah, I kind of figured. Because I'm a dramatic person, so he'd probably be like, I figured, but now I'm really not going to believe you.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for calling. Thanks for confessing today. Good luck with you and the disorder, okay?
Thanks.
Yeah, no, I had a good friend of mine whose girlfriend had panic disorder.
Mm-hmm.
We were in New York City one day, and we were in Central Park. It was a beautiful day, and all of a sudden, she just got down on her knees.
Really?
And she's like, it's all too heavy. It's all caving in on me, and you can't just sit there and be like, get up,
Yeah,
because you have to let them. So I sat on a bench and I let her boyfriend, my buddy, and her, had a conversation. And I got her water, and she sat down, and she's like, "This happens a lot."
And sometimes, like when everybody rushes over, it makes it worse. I had panic attacks for like 6 months after my dad passed away, so I can definitely sympathize with Anonymous. But it does make it worse if it's like too much all at one time.
Sure. Yeah. And it's very different if you've never been around it before to see it. And the easy thing to do is just be like, come on, snap out of it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? But okay, so Loren, we got to get down to business.
Still to come.
So Lindsay Lohan has threatened to fire one of her employees because they were wearing this. I'll tell you what it is, and you might think it's ridiculous. Coming up in the Dirty in 10 minutes.
Cool. And, of course, we'll have the very latest on Demi Lovato
Yes.
and her apparent overdose yesterday. And thanks to everyone who confessed today.
Now it's